IAS Baba's Daily Quiz Compilation, January 2021. Q.1 Consider the following statements with respect to Sahayak NG. 1. It is India's first indigenously designed and developed airdropped container. 2. It was designed by Defense Research Development Organization. Which of the above statements are correct? A. 1 only, B. 2 only, C. Both 1 and 2, D. Neither 1 nor 2. Q.1 Solution C. In news, Defense Research and Development Organization (DRDO) along with Indian Navy conducted the successful maiden test trial of Sahayak NG, India's first indigenously designed and developed airdropped container from Il-38SD aircraft, Indian Navy, off the coast of Goa. Main features of Sahayak NG. The Sahayak NG can carry payload up to 50 kilograms. It can be dropped from heavy aircraft. It is GPS enabled. It is an advanced version of Sahayak MKI. The Sahayak NG containers are completely watertight. They are designed to withstand water entry shocks. The rate of descent of Sahayak NG container is controlled by a parachute system. The Sahayak NG was designed by Defense Research Development Organization (DRDO) and Avantal, a private company. The other entities involved in the development of Sahayak NG are NTSL, Vishakhapatnam and ARDE, Agra. Q.2 Consider the following statements with respect to Akash missile. 1. It is a surface-to-air anti-aircraft missile. 2. It is having an operational envelope to maximum altitude of 1000 meter. Which of the above statements are correct? A. 1 only, B. 2 only, C. Both 1 and 2, D. Neither 1 nor 2. Q.2 Solution A. In news, the Union Cabinet approved the export of Akash missile system. This is surface-to-air anti-aircraft missile with a strike range of 25 km and capability to carry warhead of 60 kg. www.iasbaba.com. IAS Baba's Daily Quiz Compilation, January 2021. 2. IAS Baba's Daily Quiz Compilation, January 2021. It is developed by the Defense Research and Development Organization under the Integrated Guided Missile Development Program 1984. It can simultaneously engage multiple targets in all weather conditions. It has a large operational envelope from a low altitude of 30 meters to a maximum of up to 20 kilometers. It was inducted in 2014 in the Air Force and in 2015 in the Indian Army. Q.3 Consider the following statements with respect to ruthenium-106. 1. It is a radioactive metal, produced from the fusion of uranium-235. 2. It is used in medicine for treatment of ocular tumors. Which of the above statements are correct? A. 1 only, B. 2 only, C. Both 1 and 2, D. Neither 1 nor 2. Q.3 Solution B. In news, Bhabha Atomic Research Center, BARC, Mumbai has developed eye cancer therapy in the form of the first indigenous ruthenium-106 plaque for treatment of ocular tumors. Ruthenium-106 is a radioactive form of the rare heavy metal ruthenium, which is a platinum group, metal similar to platinum. Ruthenium-106 is produced from the fission or splitting of uranium-235, the type of uranium used in nuclear fission reactors, so it's found in spent nuclear fuel. It is used in medicine for cancer radiation therapy, especially for eye and skin tumors. It's also used in radioisotope thermoelectric generators that power satellites. Q.4 Consider the following statements with respect to lighthouse projects. 1. These are being constructed under Global Housing Technology Challenge India. 2. They will be constructed at 6 sites across 6 states. Which of the above statements are incorrect? A. 1 only, B. 2 only, C. Both 1 and 2, D. Neither 1 nor 2. Q.4 Solution D. Lighthouse projects LHPS showcase the new age best of alternate global technologies, materials and processes in the construction sector at a large scale for the first time in India. www.iasbaba.com. IAS Baba's Daily Quiz Compilation, January 2021. 3. IAS Baba's Daily Quiz Compilation, January 2021. They are being constructed under Global Housing Technology Challenge India, GHTC India. They will be constructed at 6 sites across 6 states such as Madhya Pradesh, Gujarat, Tamil Nadu, Jharkhand, Tripura and Uttar Pradesh. They comprise about 1,000 houses at each location along with allied infrastructure facilities. They will demonstrate and deliver ready-to-live houses within 12 months, as compared to conventional brick-and-mortar construction. They will serve as live laboratories for facilitating transfer of technology to the field and its further replication. Do you know? Affordable Sustainable Housing Accelerators India Asha India. It aims to promote domestic research and entrepreneurship by providing incubation and acceleration support to potential future technologies. Under Asha India initiative, 5 Asha India centers have been set up for providing incubation and acceleration support. The technologies, processes and materials identified through this initiative will provide a major fillip to young creative minds, startups, innovators and entrepreneurs. Q.5 Which of the following Indian states share border with Bhutan? 1. West Bengal. 2. Sikkim. 3. Arunachal Pradesh. 4. Assam. Choose correct answer. A. 1, 2 and 3 only B. 2, 3 and 4 only C. 1, 3 and 4 only D. 1, 2, 3 and 4. Q.5 Solution D. In news, the Union Cabinet chaired by Prime Minister approved Memorandum of Understanding (MoU) between the India and Bhutan on cooperation in the peaceful uses of outer space. Bhutan shares borders with the Indian states of Arunachal Pradesh in its east, Sikkim in the west and Assam and West Bengal in the south. www.iasbaba.com IAS Baba's Daily Quiz Compilation, January 2021. 4. IAS Baba's Daily Quiz Compilation, January 2021. Q.6 Shulpaneshwar Wildlife Sanctuary, which was recently in news, is located in which of the following state? A. Gujarat. B. Orissa. C. Karnataka. D. Assam. Q.6 Solution A. In news, tribal communities have urged Prime Minister Narendra Modi to withdraw the Centre's notification classifying 121 villages around the Shulpaneshwar Wildlife Sanctuary in Narmada district as eco-sensitive zones. www.iasbaba.com IAS Baba's Daily Quiz Compilation, January 2021. 5. IAS Baba's Daily Quiz Compilation, January 2021. Shulpaneshwar Wildlife Sanctuary is a protected area in Gujarat state, located in the western Satpura range south of the Narmada River. It shares a common boundary with Madhya Pradesh and Maharashtra. Q.7 Consider the following statements with respect to anemia. 1. It is the condition of having a higher than normal number of red blood cells. 2. Deficiency of vitamin B12 is a common cause of anemia. Which of the above statements are correct? A. 1 only B. 2 only C. Both 1 and 2 D. Neither 1 nor 2. Q.7 Solution B. Anemia is the condition of having a lower than normal number of red blood cells or quantity of hemoglobin. It can make one feel tired, cold, dizzy, irritable and short of breath, among other symptoms. A diet which does not contain enough iron, folic acid or vitamin B12 is a common cause of anemia. Some other conditions that may lead to anemia include pregnancy, heavy periods, blood disorders or cancer, inherited disorders and infectious diseases. Anemia in our country, in 15 of these 22 states and UTs, more than half the children are anemic. Similarly, more than 50% women are anemic in 14 of these states and UTs. www.iasbaba.com IAS Baba's Daily Quiz Compilation, January 2021. 6. IAS Baba's Daily Quiz Compilation, January 2021. The proportion of anemic children and women is comparatively lower in Lakshadweep, Kerala, Meghalaya, Manipur, Mizoram and Nagaland, and higher in Ladakh, Gujarat, J&K, and West Bengal, among others. Q.8 Consider the following statements. 1. Lightning is caused due to the electrical potential difference between the two layers of atmosphere. 2. Occurrence of lightning is tracked by India Meteorological Department. Which of the above statements are correct? A. 1 only, B. 2 only, C. Both 1 and 2, D. Neither 1 nor 2. Q.8 Solution A. Lightning is a very rapid and massive discharge of electricity in the atmosphere, some of which is directed towards the Earth's surface. These discharges are generated in giant moisture-bearing clouds that are 10-12 kilometers tall. The base of these clouds typically lies within 1-2 kilometers of the Earth's surface, while their top is 12-13 kilometers away. Occurrences of lightning are not tracked in India, and there is simply not enough data for scientists to work with. Often, safety measures and precautions against lightning strikes do not receive as much publicity as other natural disasters such as earthquakes. Process: as water vapor moves upward in the cloud, the falling temperature causes it to condense. Heat is generated in the process, which pushes the molecules of water further up. As they move to temperatures below 0 degrees Celsius, the water droplets change into small ice crystals. They continue to move up, gathering mass until they are so heavy that they start to fall to Earth. This leads to a system in which, simultaneously, smaller ice crystals are moving up and bigger crystals are coming down. Collisions follow, and trigger the release of electrons, a process that is very similar to the generation of sparks of electricity. As the moving free electrons cause more collisions and more electrons, a chain reaction ensues. This process results in a situation in which the top layer of the cloud gets positively charged, while the middle layer is negatively charged. The electrical potential difference between the two layers is huge, of the order of 1 billion to 10 billion volts. www.iasbaba.com IAS Baba's Daily Quiz Compilation, January 2021. 7. IAS Baba's Daily Quiz Compilation, January 2021. In very little time, a massive current, of the order of 100,000 to 1 million amperes, starts to flow between the layers. An enormous amount of heat is produced, and this leads to the heating of the air column between the two layers of the cloud. This heat gives the air column a reddish appearance during lightning. As the heated air column expands, it produces shock waves that result in thunder. Q.9 Consider the following statements with respect to Subhash Chandra Bose. 1. The newspaper Swaraj was started by S.C. Bose. 2. He was elected only twice as a president of Indian National Congress. Which of the above statements are correct? A. 1 only, B. 2 only, C. Both 1 and 2, D. Neither 1 nor 2. Q.9 Solution C. In news, Subhash Chandra Bose had unfurled the tricolour in Port Blair on the 30th of December 1943. Netaji Subhash Chandra Bose, 23 January 1897 to the 18th of August 1945, is one of the most celebrated freedom fighters of India. In 1942, he earned the title, Netaji, in Germany by the Indian soldiers of the Azad Hind Fauj. Bose is credited with the very famous slogan, "Give me blood, and I shall give you freedom," as well as Jai Hind. Timeline: in 1919, Bose headed to London to give the Indian Civil Services (ICS) examination and he was selected. Bose, however, resigned from civil services as he believed he could not side with the British. In 1921, Bose worked under Chittaranjan Das, a powerful politician in Bengal. He worked as the editor for Das's newspaper, Forward, and later started his own newspaper, Swaraj. In 1923, Bose was elected the president of the All India Youth Congress and also the secretary of Bengal State Congress. During the mid-1930s, Bose traveled in Europe. He researched and wrote the first part of his book, The Indian Struggle, which covered the country's independence movement in the years 1920-1934. After his return, Bose took over as the elected president of Indian National Congress in 1938, Haripur, and stood for unqualified Swaraj, self-governance, and the use of force against the British, which then combated against Mahatma Gandhi and his views. www.iasbaba.com IAS Baba's Daily Quiz Compilation, January 2021. 8. IAS Baba's Daily Quiz Compilation, January 2021. Bose was re-elected in 1939. Tripuri, but soon resigned from the presidency and formed the All India Forward Bloc, a faction within the Congress which aimed at consolidating the political left. In 1943, he travelled to Japan and took leadership of the Indian independence movement in East Asia. With Japanese aid and influence, he took the leadership of a trained army of about 40,000 troops in Japanese-occupied Southeast Asia known as the Indian National Army. The troops of the INA were under the aegis of a provisional government, the Azad Hind government, which came to produce its own currency, postage stamps, court and civil code, and was recognized by 9 Axis states. In 1945, the British Indian Army retaliated to the capture of Manipur, Kohama and Imphal by INA and killed almost half of the Japanese forces and the entire participating INA contingent. Bose escaped to Manchuria seeking a future in the Soviet Union. He is said to have died in 1945 when his plane crashed in Taiwan. However, there are still many conspiracy theories regarding his death. Q.10 Tropic of Capricorn does not pass through which of the following country? A. Argentina, B. Madagascar, C. Brazil, D. Bolivia. Q.10 Solution D. The Tropic of Capricorn passes through the countries including Argentina, Australia, Botswana, Brazil, Chile, Madagascar, Mozambique, Namibia, and Paraguay. Q.11 Which of the following can be the key adverse effects on the economy due to persistent trade deficit? www.iasbaba.com. IAS Baba's Daily Quiz Compilation, January 2021. 9. IAS Baba's Daily Quiz Compilation, January 2021. 1. It forces a country to constantly look to foreign investors to make up the gap between its export earnings and its import payouts. 2. It leads to a steadily weakening home currency. 3. It weakens domestic industries and decreases job opportunities. Choose correct answer, A3 only, B2 and 3, C1 and 3, D1, 2 and 3. Q. 11th Solution D. Basic information. A trade deficit is an economic condition that occurs when a country is importing more goods than it is exporting. The trade deficit is calculated by taking the value of goods being imported and subtracting it by the value of goods being exported. Explanation. Running a persistent trade deficit can have adverse effects on the economy. 1. The country's demand for dollars foreign exchange is usually greater than the supply. This leads to a steadily weakening home currency. 2. A high trade deficit also forces a country to constantly look to foreign investors to make up the gap between its export earnings and its import payouts. 3. In a slow-growing world, a rising trade deficit could be an indication that domestically produced goods are unable to compete against imports. If local factories shut down, that leads to job losses. Article link, trade deficit grows to $15 billion in debt. Q.12 Iran informed the International Atomic Energy Agency that it intends to produce uranium enriched to up to 20% purity, well beyond the threshold set by which international treaty between Iran and P5+1 nations. A. Comprehensive Test Ban Treaty. B. Non-Proliferation Treaty. C. International Convention on the Suppression of Acts of Nuclear Terrorism. D. 2015 Vienna Accord. Q.12 Solution D. www.iasbaba.com. IAS Baba's Daily Quiz Compilation, January 2021. 10. IAS Baba's Daily Quiz Compilation, January 2021. Explanation. The Joint Comprehensive Plan of Action (JCPOA), known commonly as the Iran Deal or Iran Nuclear Deal, is an international agreement on the nuclear program of Iran reached in Vienna on the 14th of July 2015 between Iran, the P5+1, the 5 permanent members of the United Nations Security Council, China, France, Russia, United Kingdom, United States plus Germany and the European Union. It is also called the 2015 Vienna Accord. Article link, Iran tells EA it plans to enrich uranium up to 20% at Fordo site. Q.13 Tirek Tyak River, which is often seen in news, is found in which of the following countries? A. Turkey. B. Russia. C. Kazakhstan. D. Kenya. Q.13 Solution B. In news, a well-preserved Ice Age woolly rhino with many of its internal organs still intact has been recovered from permafrost on the bank of the Terek River in Yakutia, Russia, near the Arctic Circle. Article link 1. Woolly rhino from the Ice Age found on the bank of the Terek River, Russia. 2. Head of 32,000-year-old wolf found in Russian Arctic. Q. 14. The crops grown at the onset of winter which coincides with the northeast monsoon are known as A. Kharif. B. Rabi. C. Zads. D. None of the above. Q. 14. Solution B. Kharif crops. Crops that are sown during the southwest monsoon season are called Kharif or monsoon crops. These crops are sown at the beginning of the season around end May to early June and are harvested post the monsoon rains beginning October. Rice, maize, pulses such as urad, moong dal and millets are among the key Kharif crops. www.iasbaba.com. IAS Baba's Daily Quiz Compilation, January 2021. 11. IAS Baba's Daily Quiz Compilation, January 2021. Rabi crops. Those that are sown during winter are called Rabi or winter crops. It begins by October. These crops are sown at the onset of winter which coincides with the northeast monsoon. The harvest for these crops happens typically during April and May, during the summer season. Wheat, which is the staple grain for people in the northern parts of the country, is among the key Rabi crops. Vegetables such as potato, tomato and onion are also cultivated post the winter onset and are harvested in summer. Z crop. This crop is grown in some parts of country during March to June. Prominent examples are muskmelon, watermelon, vegetables of cucurbitaceae family such as bitter gourd, pumpkin, ridged gourd etc. Article link, Rabi food grain output likely to exceed previous record. Q.15 Consider the following statements about West Bank. 1. West Bank is a landlocked territory near the Mediterranean coast of Western Asia. 2. The West Bank also contains a significant section of the Western Dead Sea shore. Which of the statements given above are correct? A. 1 only. B. 2 only. C. Both 1 and 2. D. Neither 1 nor 2. Q.15 Solution C. Explanation. West Bank is a landlocked territory near the Mediterranean coast of Western Asia, bordered by Jordan to the east and by Israel on the south, west and north. The West Bank also contains a significant section of the Western Dead Sea shore. www.iasbaba.com. IAS Baba's Daily Quiz Compilation, January 2021. 12. IAS Baba's Daily Quiz Compilation, January 2021. Article link, Israeli gunshot paralyzed Palestinian. Q.16 Which of the following are functions of Central Drugs Standard Control Organization CDSCO? 1. Approval of new drugs and clinical trials. 2. License approving of blood banks, vaccines, rDNA products. 3. Testing of new drugs. 4. Regulatory control over the import of drugs. Choose correct answer. A. 1 and 2 only. B. 1, 2 and 3. C. 1, 3 and 4. D. 1, 2, 3 and 4. Q.16 Solution D. Basic information. www.iasbaba.com. IAS Baba's Daily Quiz Compilation, January 2021. 13. IAS Baba's Daily Quiz Compilation, January 2021. The Central Drugs Standard Control Organization, CDSCO, is the central drug authority for discharging functions assigned to the central government under the Drugs and Cosmetics Act. It is the national regulatory body for Indian pharmaceuticals and medical devices. Major functions of CDSCO: regulatory control over the import of drugs, approval of new drugs and clinical trials, meetings of Drugs Consultative Committee (DCC) in drugs. Technical Advisory Board (TTAB) approval of certain licenses as central license approving authority is exercised by the CDSCO headquarters. Article link, India approves COVID-19 vaccines Covishield and Covaxin for emergency use. Q.17 Depot B, which was designated a Ramsar site in 2002 for sustaining a range of aquatic life and species of birds, is located in which of the following states? A. Manipur. B. Assam. C. West Bengal. D. Chhattisgarh. Q.17 Solution B. Explanation. www.iasbaba.com. IAS Baba's Daily Quiz Compilation, January 2021. 14. IAS Baba's Daily Quiz Compilation, January 2021. Depot B was designated a Ramsar site in 2002 for sustaining a range of aquatic life forms besides 219 species of birds. A Ramsar site is a wetland designated to be of international importance under the Convention on Wetlands on February 2, 1971, in The Iranian city of Ramsar. Article link: Assam throws a lifeline to its only Ramsar site. Q.18 Consider the following statements with reference to trans fatty acids TFA. 1. TFA are found both naturally and artificially in foods. 2. TFA are created when the hydrogen is added to liquid vegetable oils. Which of the statements given above are correct? A. 1 only. B. 2 only. C. Both 1 and 2. D. Neither 1 nor 2. Q.18 Solution C. Basic information. Health experts have noted that TFA can be found both naturally and artificially in foods. While natural TFA is present in small amounts in beef, lamb, and full-fat dairy products are not considered harmful, but industrially produced artificial trans fats, which are manufactured by done through adding hydrogen to vegetable oil, lead to an increase in bad cholesterol LDL and lowering of good cholesterol HDL. Hydrogenation is a process typically used by the industry to improve the flavor stability and keeping qualities of oil. Partial hydrogenation reduces the amount of saturated fats in oil, which are deemed unhealthy. www.iasbaba.com. IAS Baba's Daily Quiz Compilation, January 2021. 15. IAS Baba's Daily Quiz Compilation, January 2021. Article link: FSI slashes limit for trans fat levels in foods. Q.19 Consider the following statements with respect to Pong Dam Lake. 1. It is constructed on the Beas River in Himachal Pradesh. 2. It was given the status of the wetland of national importance and also got the status of a Ramsar site. Which of the above statements are correct? A. 1 only. B. 2 only. C. Both 1 and 2. D. Neither 1 nor 2. Q.19 Solution C. Pong Dam Lake is in news as more than 1,400 migratory birds were found dead recently due to an unexplained cause in the Pong Dam area of Kangra district in Himachal Pradesh. About Pong Dam Lake. The Pong Dam Lake, constructed on the Beas River in 1960, was declared a bird sanctuary in 1983 and given the status of the wetland of national importance in 1994. In 2002, it got the status of a Ramsar site. www.iasbaba.com. IAS Baba's Daily Quiz Compilation, January 2021. 16. IAS Baba's Daily Quiz Compilation, January 2021. Article link: Himachal on guard as 1,400 birds found dead. Q.20 Consider the following statements. 1. They are one of the birds which can fly even at very high altitude. 2. They come to India and return to their homes by crossing the Himalayan ranges. Identify the correct bird from the following options which best suits the above characteristics. A. Bar-headed geese. B. Amma falcon. C. Black-necked cranes. D. Woolly-necked stork. Q.20 Solution A. Bar-headed geese. Basic info: IUCN, Least Concern Habitat, Wetlands, Inland, Artificial, Aquatic and Marine, Artificial Terrestrial, Rocky Areas. Key points: they are one of the birds which can fly even at very high altitude. They come to India and return to their homes by crossing the Himalayan ranges. Their migration has been a fascination for birders as they cross the Himalayas on one of the most high altitude migrations in the world. Their ability to sustain the high oxygen demands of flight in air that is exceedingly oxygen thin is exceptional. Article link: Avian flu causing migratory birds death at Hups Pong Dam, toll rises to 2,400. Q.21 The Mudumalai National Park and Wildlife Sanctuary, also a declared tiger reserve, shares its boundaries with which of the following states? 1. Tamil Nadu. 2. Kerala. 3. Karnataka. Choose correct answer. A 1 and 2 only, B 2 and 3 only, C 1 and 3 only, D 1, 2 and 3. www.iasbaba.com. IAS Baba's Daily Quiz Compilation, January 2021. 17. IAS Baba's Daily Quiz Compilation, January 2021. Q.21 Solution T. The Mudumalai National Park and Wildlife Sanctuary, also a declared tiger reserve, lies on the northwestern side of the Nilgiri Hills Blue Mountains in Nilgiri district, Tamil Nadu. It shares its boundaries with the states of Karnataka and Kerala. Article link: Carcasses from Goshala for Mudumalai scavengers. Q.22 With reference to Safe City project, which of the statements given below are true? 1. It is a mission mode initiative of Ministry of Women and Child Development under the Nirbhay Fund scheme for safety of women. 2. The project is implemented as a centrally sponsored scheme with center and state sharing the funding in 60-40 ratio. Choose correct answer. A 1 only, B 2 only, C both 1 and 2, D neither 1 nor 2. Q.22 Solution B. Basic information. The Safe City project was drawn up by the Delhi Police in 2013 and received approval from the Union Home Ministry in 2018. 8 cities have qualified to receive funding under the Safe City project: Bengaluru, Delhi, Mumbai, Chennai, Hyderabad, Lucknow, Ahmedabad and Kolkata. The Safe City project, a mission mode initiative of MHA under the Nirbhay Fund scheme, aims to create a safe, secure and empowering environment for women in public places, to enable them to pursue all opportunities without the threat of gender-based violence and or harassment. It, further, aims to prevent and curb all forms of crimes against women and girl children in public places by providing safer urban infrastructure and efficient access to law enforcement agencies. The project would be implemented as a centrally sponsored scheme with center and state sharing the funding in 60-40 ratio. The projects are being implemented in consultation with Ministry of Women and Child Development, Ministry of Urban Development, Ministry of Electronic and Information Technology, respective municipal and police commissioners of the cities and civil society organizations. www.iasbaba.com